Welcome to Active Sports TV LAC News. You're now rocking out and kicking me with your host, Active, as I bring you another episode, another edition of this here post-game reaction to the Memphis Grizzlies and the Los Angeles Clippers. As it reaches its conclusion, the Los Angeles Clippers, Clip City family, we went ahead and destroyed them. The final score being 128-114. We're going to get into the details. Just a quick, recap before we get into the visual content. Love what I seen out of Kawhi Leonard leading the charge tonight, being our, highest scoring player tonight, putting up 25 points. Also, one of the highest in the plus minus categories as well. Dominating performance. I love to see the bounce. I love to see the fadeaway shot. Chris Dunn getting into the starting lineup again for Ty Lue purposes. I believe he called it right going into this game. Chris Dunn was much needed. We do know that Chris Dunn also gives some type of relief off the ball for James Harden. This is why the next game that we'll be talking about, Clipper fans, going into this episode, kind of merged into this post game, reaction. Is so vital in why Ben Simmons' debut and what he does and how he looks. How that chemistry looks with him and James Harden on the floor. It's just something to be very, very excited about as Clipper fans, and I'm looking forward to the next game, especially knowing how this one turned out. So the Los Angeles Clippers 128 over the Memphis Grizzlies at home, 114 at the Intuit Dome. Let's go ahead and get into this overall highlight reaction, man. Give me 1 second. Bring it up. We're going to go ahead and slide to the Los Angeles Clipper page. If you're not familiar, man, with this channel, we do reactions and highlight reactions to all Los Angeles Clipper games, as well as post-game interviews and breaking news, so on and so forth. Whatever regarding Los Angeles Clippers content, LAC news, you want to be over here, you want to be subscribed. So let's get into this highlight reaction. Let's get it.
In the paint, so James Harden floats it over the top and gets
it away in. We're up 2. Oh, Chris Dunn.
By Dunn. It's a foot race with no one. He'll take it straight to the rack.
Loving it.
The 4-0 start.
Chris Dunn, man, has been next to Norman Powell, next to Visa Zubac, stepping up this year, having breakout career seasons, and Derrick Jones Jr. It's so many players on the Los Angeles Clippers team that has been overperforming and overachieving. But this man, Chris Dunn, I don't know if we're in the position that we're in without him being that vital piece to lead us to being second in the defensive rating this year in the NBA. It's incredible how he has made a major impact, even with his shooting struggles as of late. Hasn't been discouraged, been very aggressive, loving what he's done. Get back to the highlights. Let's go.
And the Clippers defensively showing their teeth here early.
You can always say that about Chris Dunn, too. His fingerprint or prints
Subscribe,
are
like.
easy on the ball, stealing it from opponents.
Let's go, Doug.
And you talked about all the stuff, Zach Edey being 2 steps behind.
Hey, Carter.
That space quite
That's
easy.
a mismatch. Oh, he's already on skates.
Dunn
Hey,
in the corner for 3. It is good. It hits the field.
But that was good. For 3.
So he'll be in help position. But James Harden is guarding Jaren Jackson
Chris
Jr.
Dunn.
on the other side.
Over the Kawhi
Leonard gets it to fall.
Holding up an offensive player and two-way player that Bane has become in this league.
Leonard,
loving that.
He's got the last.
See, this is what we want to see. We want to see Kawhi get to the spot, elevate, rise, raise, and when you see it is hitting nothing but the net, no rim, no nothing, good sign, loving it. But also the play before, Chris Dunn reading the room, knowing that he just made a 3-point shot on the other end, but not being greedy, not just taking the first shot that's available, seeing that Kawhi Leonard has the best percentage, better odds, kicking it over there in the wing to the corner. Excuse me. Kawhi Leonard being ready, knocking down the trade ball. Let's go, Clip City Nation. Let's rock.
5 for the Clippers.
And that's what you want. You want Jaren Jackson Jr. to
James
go
Harden,
one-on-one with James
Turning
Harden
back
on the
the clock.
perimeter.
Oh, nice timer.
Nice finish for the Zubac. It's his first bucket tonight.
Jaren
Do
Jackson
you have a
Jr.
dime? Harden got a
James
dime.
Harden does an excellent job
Let's
of
go.
maintaining his dribble, Brian.
After the trade deadline, he was raving about the practice facility, the medical staff. Bogdanovich for 3.
Bottom.
Welcome to the family.
First 3-point shot made on
yourself as he ties up the score at 21.
Hey, this is a feel-good moment here. I know for Bogut making his debut in the first quarter, man, knocking down that trade ball, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Bogey's only shooting like 30% right now from behind the three-point line, but his career numbers are better. And listen, you add a player like that to your lineup.
Bring that up. He only played 42
No, he
last
got
year.
that late, man.
Injury
Hey,
there
Harden.
in Memphis. It's hard
Raining free, but that's true. You know, they were killing it.
Developing
They were
into
killing it.
major.
Let me bring some context to this highlight. You know what I mean? Even though this here is Los Angeles Clipper content, that's why we're giving the reaction highlights to the Los Angeles Clippers. But as you see, man, Memphis went on a tear in this first quarter, man. I mean, ending that first quarter, hitting 3 after 3 after 3. Desmond Baines couldn't be stopped. As you see, you know, leading into the second quarter, putting over 30-plus points in the first quarter. We had to make up a large difference leading into the second. But our Los Angeles Clippers will show you how he got it done.
Pieces. I mentioned they've got 2 rookies.
Elevate.
In the starting
Kawhi
Leonard
Leonard filling his shot. He had it going. Look, now
Memphis 33-5 this year when they lead by 10 or more.
Yes, and
he's now made his
to take the contact, finishing at the end. Let's go, Kawhi. Clip City.
4 shots.
Let's go.
For Memphis. Watch how many people are around Kawhi when he shoots a shot. He makes it, but he has to operate in a crowd.
Let's go, baby.
It's Gibson for 3. Coffee, speaking of the devil, comes away with a rebound. Clippers down by 8. Derek Jones Jr. taking flight.
Well, in transition, Coffee up ahead. Derek Jones Jr. taking off from the runway at LAX. Right down the street.
8 turnovers here.
Look at the handle.
Oh,
yeah, he's got it. Oh,
Kawhi fires and fills it up.
That's MJ like. He had the MJ fadeaway going, man. The mid range. This was Kawhi like. I'm looking for Kawhi to get some good rest after this. Our last game leading into the All-Star game. We got Ben Simmons making his debut. I'll definitely be covering that game as well. Clip City fans, there's so much to be excited about. We just need to get to this All-Star break. Let Kawhi get healthy, man. Let these guys get a little chemistry, get acclimated with each other, and we're going to see some good things. But the most important thing, none of this will work if Kawhi is not Kawhi. And Kawhi was we're going to keep it PG, dang sure Kawhi tonight.
With 14 first-half points, rebound goes to Zoo.
And that's Zoo clogging up the drive of Kennard, but then getting back to contest that shot by Zach Edey.
Harden with the contact, counted and a foul.
And one.
Develop with Amir Coffey.
Look at the step.
To that left hand.
Oh my God! And they say James Harden don't have a first step. They say James Harden is too slow. Come on, man! Stop playing with this chef. The leader. Listen, James Harden. This is James Harden's team this year. Period. He's leading the charge. This is James Harden the team this year. Kawhi Leonard. We are expecting Kawhi Leonard to take over in the postseason. But regular season, James Harden is the leader. Lead the way, James.
I don't know what spot it is on the court for James because he can score from a little bit of everywhere.
Look at him. Trying to cook. Chef. Wendy. Uh-oh.
Powell attacks. What a play by Norman Powell.
You saw this coming.
Norm out here
Late
taking
close
off.
out. Norm off the vert. Aldama. The elevator doesn't go up that high. Clips able to secure a 3-point lead.
You mentioned Desmond Bain. He opened up the game 6 for 6. He's missed his last 5 shots. Kawhi Leonard fades, fires, and fills it up. He has 16 to lead the way for the Clippers. Chris Dunn is in the game to help with some relief there. Harden has looked very energetic, leads Zoo down the lane, twisting away, awkward shot off the window and in. 0 style points, but that's not what's going to go in the box score.
Watch Zoo now. He's able to get inside, pivot, throw it up, falling away, able to use the glass and bank it in there.
Oh,
Zoo able once again to stop the drive, but then get back and deflect the pass. And Norm does the rest in transition. Off the glass, he did. Now, what's the help? He helped on Jaren Jackson Jr. Once he saw him pick up the dribble.
You got to be able to do that.
Bain attacks.
Done
off to the races. Back to Leonard for the southpaw spike. And a timeout from Memphis.
As the pass comes out, Dunn says, nah, let me get my man the Claw involved in this for the men's monster jam outside.
Let's go. Get out there.
Into Powell. Back out on
Dunn.
the corner to Dunn for 3. It's good. He's hit 3 of them. And the Clippers jump out in front 81-70.
Is back, ladies and
Clippers
gentlemen.
6 of 7 here in the third quarter. Into Zoo. They get 7 of 8. They've outscored Memphis by 10 in the frame.
Jaren Jackson, but when you get him that far on the court, the advantage is to the smaller player, which that's James Harden. Pocket pass to Zoo. Love seeing it.
7 assists for Harden. How about another quick ball? Kawhi Leonard. Another steal by Chris Dunn is 5th.
James Harden.
No look in the corner. Back to Dunn for 3.
Oh my God!
And the Clippers lead by 21.
Sharpshooter. Once again, James Harden attracts the defense. Chris finds the opening.
Who was injured? They said had lost his touch.
Awkward shot. Maybe got tripped up with Powell. Aldama on the floor. Appears to be okay. Powell the other way attacking.
Let's go.
And a foul.
Let's go.
Send that young man to the line.
Get inside and then in transition. You don't stop Norman Powell. You know what kind of damage he can do in transition. And Scottie Pippen Jr. tried to get the easy way out by slapping.
So you're saying the preparation should not have
diminished. I'm not saying as much. Nice move up here. Second jump again. Second jump against the third time. That the Clippers player has been able to get his own shot. But that just shows you that
making a play out of nothing.
The Clippers have been quicker to the ball, quicker in rotation. Hence, I mean, why they've been able to dominate. Now,
put it in remotely now that you're not there.
I'm going to send you some recommendations via text, okay?
Boogie making the play.
All the other way, make us proud.
Elevation. Trying to fly out.
Mexican mouse. It's named after like a cartoon character, and it's right there on Wells and North.
His 10 assists, 8 rebounds as well. Looking to Harden. They get part to Zoo. Leonard hesitates. Down in traffic.
Elevation.
You know what's better than a layup? 0-footer.
Let's go.
Kawhi.
And they're going to improve to 30-23. They will win the season series for what it is worth over Memphis.
Fantastic performance from our Los Angeles Clippers. Clip City family. Let's give a round of applause. Round of applause. As you see, giving you that highlight reaction to the Los Angeles Clippers dominating at home versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's get into some stats. Wow, shall we? Give me one second. There we go. All right. Now, rocking out, we go with the star, the player of the game for me versus the Memphis Grizzlies, man. Even with John Morant absence, you got to give it to Kawhi Leonard. 25 points, over 34 minutes played, 9 for 19 from the field goal. Not fantastic from the three-point line, 2 for 6, but plus 25 overall and plus minus, man, with 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. playing both ends as Kawhi Leonard does, setting the tone and leading it by example. Moving on to Big Zoo, 33 minutes played, only 7 field goals attempted. Not liking that out of Zoo. We need Zoo to have double digits attempts when it comes to his output in each game. We would like for him to be a large part of what's going on in Ty Lue's offense, but we'll see. We got some new additions, some new schemes. Ty Lue's going to be trying to, try out. I just don't want Big Zoo to get lost in the sauce and, Ty Lue start to heavily favor a small ball lineup. Clip City fans, we already know that ain't the way to go. That's not what we want to see. So Ty Lue, please let's not lose track of what's been working and been successful this year. Definitely keep Zoo in the forefront. Allow him to work and keep developing, man, and show that he should have been an All-Star this year. His field free throws, he was 100%. Love seeing the benefit of seeing him develop and benefit from the line. Also, 13 rebounds, double-digit rebounds was great from Zoo. Plus 17, 12 12 points, double-double on the night. Fantastic performance out of Avisa Zubac. James Harden, 35 minutes, 18 field goals, 6 made, terrible percentage. But James Harden, man, he does a lot of other things. I love how he stepped up on the defensive end tonight. 10 assists, 8 rebounds, pretty much damn near a triple-double, 18 points, a plus 10 while on the floor. So no negatives out of him. 5 turnovers, that has to be cutting down, man. The high turnover rate with James Harden has to be cut to a minimum. I know how people get very upset with James, and then they call for him in that style not to be favorable in the NBA, and at times I agree with them, but seeing what James Harden has done for us this year, I'm not questioning what James Harden does. Long as he continue to lead the way, Kawhi Leonard helping out along the end, Norman Powell stepping up, we can manage. We get Ben Simmons, another ball handler that can now relieve James Harden of that duty, allow him to play out the ball where he's also quite dangerous as well. So shout out to James. Norman Powell, another fantastic performance out of him. Plus 21, plus the 21 plus on a neck. Dang, a plus 21 on the plus minus today. 18 points scored, 5 rebounds, and as well as 2 assists and 2 steals. Playing those passing lanes. We got Chris Dunn getting in the starting lineup once again, putting up a hell of a performance, 14 points, 4 for 4 from the 3-point line. My God, this man was 100% done. Came ready, sharp shooting tonight. Also with 5 steals, playing the best defense out there, man. Can't say enough about his defensive impact. First team all defensive, in my opinion. We do know he's been battling the injuries that led him to sit out a couple games. But still, with that being said, you can't deny he's the leading reason why we're part of the reason why we're number 2 in the league on defensive ratings. And then we got off the bench, Nico Batum putting up 3 points. Also, Ramiro Coffey doing his thing, 18 minutes off the bench. 18 points, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Boy, that was quite amazing seeing that. Did you see I had to take it, man? Like, is that 3s? No, but 7 for 7 from the free throw line from Ramiro Coffey. Then we got the debut, 18 minutes here from Bogey Bogdanovich, man. 3 for 4 from the field, 1 from 2 from the 3-point line, 50%, and putting up, I believe, 7 points on the night, a negative 10 in his minutes on the floor in the plus minus category, but a wonderful debut, fantastic debut in my opinion. I see where Ty Lue can use his weapons and see how he makes us more dynamic why it was necessary for the Clippers to go in a different direction with moving Terrence Mann over to Atlanta, allowing him to pretty much be able to grow and blossom into the player we hope he can be. But we need someone to, spread the floor, help out James Harden, creating at times, and more importantly, man, just spread the floor, be able to hit the open shot, not turn down shots, which was happening a lot with our boy Terrence Mann. So let's move on to some of the more visual content along this broadcast. Give me 1 second. Had a little issue with the computer. I don't know if y'all noticed with the lights, but please excuse the malfunction. We're gonna keep rocking. Let's get into Bogey post game interview on Hoop Jabs. Man, shout out to Hoop Jabs. Go and subscribe and like over there, and let's get some of his opinion on tonight's game.
Start.
It was fun. It was fun to go back out there and compete, and it's fun to play with these guys. Still figuring out the spacing and everything, but definitely fun, and I enjoy playing with this team.
Well, there were some lineups out there where you kind of were like the point guard, the main ball handling. How do you feel like that utilizes your skills? Because obviously you've done that in the FIBA time. So
Yeah, thank you. A lot of people, they don't know. They think I'm just shooter, but I can facilitate the ball. I can organize the offense as well. I can be a ball handler too, kind of point guard. So once we figured out everything, I think it's going to just be better.
And that's true. I seen that tonight. I've seen his ball handling ability, but I did see the spacing issues. Bogey not knowing, basically the schemes and where, he anticipated certain players to be. They were in the place that he didn't anticipate. Those things will be ironed out real soon. But yes, he's a dynamic player, and a player that plays both ends as well. I love his intensity on the defensive end. I think that was the more impactful thing on the night for Bogey, in my opinion.
So yesterday at practice, obviously just practice, but you and Benson were kind of going over some DHOs and stuff like that. How much are you looking forward to getting, to play with a guy like him who could play make at his size?
I'm very excited. Ben is special talent, and I think we can benefit from each other's game. And I'm looking forward to play with him. I told him as soon as he came. Last time we had 2 games, an All-Star game, but one time he made me MVP, so he's a hell of a player.
Both of the Rising Stars?
Yeah, Rising Star.
So good job. You mentioned that you left 13 in Atlanta, picked number 10.
Yeah.
What was special about 13 and was special about 10?
I think this new journey, honestly, I couldn't pick a better number than 10 here. So I want to restart. I want to fresh start. I think Bogey in Atlanta 13 was just Bogey in Atlanta 13, and this is new Bogey. So I'm looking forward for some new stuff and better.
Kawhi was saying that just from competing against you, he kind of knew what the team was getting, just a competitor, and mentioned some of the other traits that you bring. What was it like playing on his team, having so many battles? I know it's just one game, but having so many battles against him over the years and now be teammates.
The first game, and actually first practice was kind of weird because you see them, you compete against them all the time, and they're in your team. But really in a positive way, of course. Now you don't have to guard him that much, and you don't have to rotate. And it's, as I said, I think once we figured out the spacing and once we learn each other's game, what we like and what we don't like, tendencies, and play together and play more together, we just want to fit better and look better on the floor.
Is it the same with James? I suppose he wasn't all that fun to guard over the years.
James, one of the best point guards ever, and shooting guards.
And we're gonna conclude that there, man. Just good to see, man. Just a fresh start for Bogey. He enjoying himself being now in Los Angeles, making the transition over with us. I see big things in pretty much his future with us. I do see him adding something to us, potentially pushing us over the hump, making us championship contenders, along with also the addition of Ben Simmons. So let's go ahead and get into some more post game interviews. Moving on to James Harden making history tonight and letting James Harden basically give his opinion to making history and what he leads plan on doing leading towards the All-Star break.
Is to ask you about moving up the all-time scoring list. We've talked to you about it a lot this year already, but outside of becoming second all-time and made threes,
and that's crazy how like the journalist that presented the question. I think it was a fantastic question as well. It's like James Harden every single game. It seems like he's breaking another record. He's doing something that hasn't been done. I mean, monumental things like being third on the all-time made 3-point consecutive 3-point on the 3-point list. Only under Steph Curry and the great Ray Allen. You know what I mean? Now he's passing up Hakeem Olajuwon as on the all-time scoring list, being 13th, and taking that spot is just crazy, man. Like the things that James Harden is doing and in the Los Angeles Clipper uniform, can't help but be happy for him, and praise his just his will, man, and his uniqueness to this game, man. Like you don't see this all the time. When it's gone, it's gonna be definitely missed. So everybody better cherish it while I see it.
Is there one of those milestones that you've hit this year that you really sat there and was like, wow, maybe I watched that guy? Or
no, yeah, honestly,
yeah.
If you want something like today was to my dream. Like when I got traded to the Rockets, it was like Hakeem Olajuwon. You know what I mean? He brought so much. Obviously, we all know about on the court, but off the court, as well. Somebody that I looked up to and kind of wanted to mold and do things in the sense of like what he brought to that city. And obviously, I came short of a championship, but I feel like I've accomplished a lot from that city. And I watched him. He supported me throughout my entire career or my entire stint. In Houston. So tonight was a little more special.
Let's get ready for Hoop Jab.
Y'all go over there to Hoop Jabs. That was also content from my boy Hoop Jabs. You know what I mean? We're going to do one more, and then we're going to get up out of here. We're going to conclude things. We're going to give a post-game reaction to Kawhi Leonard and his thoughts on Ben Simmons now being added towards added to the roster, and what do he feel that Ben can bring to the team overall. Let's get to it.
Minutes with obviously you don't have Ben yet, but with Bogey in the mix, just how did you feel that second group looked?
Just gave us some better space and another playmaker that can handle it, play off a closeout. I'm also just a competitor, wants to win basketball games.
And then with Ben, what's your excitement level to get him in the mix once you guys are all able to play together?
Just to see, what he could do for us in that second unit as well. With that small ball lineup, I think he could push the pace. Great passer, also could defend in multiple positions.
And I'm gonna stop Kawhi there. That's the most anticipated thing I think in all Clip City Nation right now is, how is this small ball lineup gonna look? Because we know Ty Lue is just heavily favored towards a small ball lineup. Now with Ben Simmons being added, you know what I mean? He does have that dynamic he's always been looking for. How's it gonna pay off, man? But we know with Ben's, unwillingness to shoot and not being, offensive dominant, that's something that we do know that Ty Lue do not, like in his lineups. That was the issues, the grief he was having with Terrence Mann. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see, how big of an impact Ben Simmons can make on the defensive end and as far as creating and facilitating for others on the offensive end, relieving James Harden from those duties, allowing him to play off the ball, and how that increased our offense despite Ben Simmons' willingness to create offense himself. So it's going to be crazy. And my thing is Ben coming with a different mentality? Will he be willing to drive and get to the free throw line and uh, cause the opposing teams to pile up fouls and what I mean, be a fantastic finisher around the rim. Will yet to be seen, but we're gonna get some more Kawhi thoughts, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up.
Positions from the 1 through 5. So it'll be great to see how we can mesh it all together.
You guys came out in the third quarter, really made a run. You guys have been a good third quarter team all year. Kind of, what do you think's gone into that for you guys?
Probably locking into details, seeing what we've been doing in the first half, and not wanting to make those same mistakes.
Y'all had 41 points off of turnovers tonight. A lot of them just ball turns that y'all immediately turned.
And that's what won the game. 41 points off turnovers. So shout out, sound like Law Murray asked that question, man. Beat writer for the Los Angeles Clippers, man. Shout out to him. I'm gonna be trying to reach out to him, and hopefully we can get the great Law Murray over here on this Los Angeles LAC News Active Sports TV channel, so that we can get some more insight, man. Some real, boots on the ground information, firsthand information from the Clip City family. So now, going forward, man, Kawhi Leonard, giving his perspective. I mean, it's all speculation at this point. When he looks, excited that he knows that Ben's capabilities are, and he's see himself fitting in certain ways around his attributes. And like I said, we all are excited about that. But we got the Utah Jazz coming up right after this one here, headed towards this All-Star break, and I'm anxious to see what Ben does in his debut. And let's go.
Turning into points, like how much of a point of emphasis has been just the possession battle in general, and then specifically this opponent tonight, just turning them over with their ball handling as good as it could be.
I mean, that's just the way we want to play every night. I think it's not just tonight. We want to be able to pressure the ball and be physical with the other team coming off of ball screens or any type of pin downs and actions. And today our hard work worked out well for us.
I talked about having 4 new guys coming to the All-Star break. It's almost like a fresh start for you guys. Given that kind of feeling, I mean, do you feel like it's kind of like a fresh start as well with 4 new guys coming out of the break?
I mean, overall for me, it's just a fresh start. Just me playing probably, I don't know if this is 13, 14 tonight games. Now I'm 3 30-minute games. But as Ty said, he's the head coach and he has to figure that out. So it probably does feel like a fresh start for him. And, for me, it's just seeing new faces and just trying to make it work with what I can.
Given that,
we're going to stop it there, man. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in full to these YouTube videos, man, if you want to watch them in full, over on Hoop Jabs, man. We are about to conclude this video here, man. We are about to get up out of here. I got to go take care of some things, run some errands, man. But after, this is all said and done, man, the Los Angeles Clippers are looking to lead their way to the All-Star game victorious, starting out with knocking off the Memphis Grizzlies. Kawhi Leonard looked just like Kawhi Leonard normally does, especially bouncing back off of that suspect performance, man, versus Utah beforehand, where he didn't look Kawhi like. So it was a good thing to see, man. We got a lot of first-hand opinions based upon Ben Simmons getting ready to make his debut. We get to see Bogey acclimated to the lineup, where he can contribute, how he fits, and like I said, overall, we will lead with a dub. So we stay activated over here, man. That's the motto. Before I get up out of here, please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and stay activated, man. And family first at all times, and stay dedicated to your craft. We up out of here. Till next time, out of here.